The front coil springs on my 2018 Jeep Wrangler JKU have completely worn out, to the point where I can't even go over the smallest bumps without hearing the biggest bangs. So we're gonna have to pop those old ones out and put some new ones in. First, we're gonna need to jack up the entire front end of the Jeep. Since I'm doing this on dirt and the Jeep is rather heavy, I'm using some blocking to make sure that the jack and the jack stands don't sink into the ground. Now that we got her jacked up and the two front tires are dangling in the air, we can grab a 19mm socket and start zipping off those dancing shoes. Don't worry, baby girl, you'll be back to dancing in no time. Alright, so these are the springs that we're going to be replacing. And there are a few things that we're going to have to loosen up so that we can drop the axle. But first, we're going to want to place a jack underneath the axle so that it doesn't violently crash to the ground. This will also help us maneuver the axle up and down as needed. Alright, let's do this. We're going to grab an 18mm wrench and an 18mm socket and remove the bottom bolts from the shocks on each side of the Jeep. Just make sure they're free to swing around and you should be good. Now we got to free up these brake line mounts and get them out of here, which should be as simple as removing the 10mm bolt from the front. But the odds are it's going to be pretty rusty and you're going to need to lube it up. There we go, you're all mine. Now, the bracket should just swing out at this point, but if it's giving you some guff, don't be afraid to grab a pry bar and give it a tickle. Once released, just set it to the side somewhere where it won't get hung up on anything. Now, we're going to need to loosen up these stabilizer bar bushings. They look pretty rusty and crusty, so we're going to give all those bolts a good soaking. These can be kind of tough to get out, so the wetter they are now, the easier it's going to be later. Next, we just need to get them out. So I tried doing this by hand at first, but apparently, I'm just a little baby. So, I put the bottle down and I went and I got the impact wrench. We're gonna need a 16mm socket along with an extension, and then we just blast those bolts out. So much easier with the impact wrench. For the last two bolts, you're only gonna wanna use the impact to get them loose, and then fully remove them by hand. Because if you're not careful, the stabilizer bar will come crashing down on you, as seen here. Brilliant. Well done, good sir. Okay, back to it. So now that the stabilizer bar is freed up, we can very carefully start lowering the front axle, frequently checking to see how loose the coils get, and to make sure that nothing is getting hung up. Oh, looks like I forgot to disconnect a vacuum hose. Glad I caught that in time. Alright, everything else looks pretty good. So now we can drop the axle all the way. And we'll want to move this jack because we're going to need to push some things around. From here, the springs should be pretty loose, so we'll put our weight on the rotor and push the axle down further. A few tugs here and there, and the bottom of the coil spring should just come out towards you. Then just a little bit of twisting and success! Half of our mission is complete. And of course, the other side is exactly the same as that. Now that we've got both of the old springs out, we can perform a little bit of maintenance. First, I'm going to pull these spring seats out and just give them a good looking over to make sure they're not cracked or rotted out. Then I just want to check out this rust buildup. It looks pretty excessive. And the other side doesn't look much better. So we're going to have to take care of that before we put the new springs in. So we'll attach the wire brush attachment to the drill and try to scrape away as much of the rust as we can. Then we'll grab our rust reforming spray and throw a coat or two on those troubled areas. Oh yeah, much better. So now we just wait a little while for that to dry. While we wait, here are the new springs that I got. I love new parts so much. We should probably make sure they're somewhat similar to what was on there before. Yeah, that looks about right. And make sure the old seats fit. Ah, perfecto. These will work nicely. Alright, so now that the rust reforming spray is dried, we can slide the seats back in place and stuff our new springs in there. It's basically the same procedure as taking the old ones out, but since these ones are perkier, it might take a lot more downforce. Then you just want to make sure that the spring is fully seated on both the top and bottom seats. Now we just need to repeat that for the other side and we're basically all done. It's just a matter of putting everything back together. So we can start jacking up the axle, checking every so often that nothing is moved around, and also that nothing is getting squished. Then we can lift the stabilizer bar back into place and throw the bolts in for the bushings. For now, we're just going to snug them up and we'll torque them down later. We definitely don't want to forget about this vacuum hose again, so we'll pop that on real quick. Then we just need to reinstall the brake line brackets, which you can snug up pretty good. It doesn't have to be crazy. Now we need to align these shocks so that the holes line up, which is simply done by jacking up the axle. Then I'm going to grease up the bolt and stick it in place from the back. Then just throw on the nut and tighten it down, hand tight, not all the way. In fact, leave it a little loose, because you're going to want to torque it down to 56 foot-pounds once the weight of the vehicle is on it. Now that we got everything fit together pretty well, we can torque down the bushing bolts for the stabilizer bar. We'll want to torque those down to 45 foot-pounds. And that's that. Once you get the wheels back on it, you're all done. I can't wait to feel what you're like on the road. And maybe some trails if you've been good.